everybody, welcome back to Daytime. With me now is Shawn Solomon. She's the founder and owner of the Thornhill Skin Clinic, and today we are switching gears. We are not talking about women's beauty. No. Today we are talking men's beauty.
Yes, well, I mean, we have become a huge culture of people who are really invested in the way that we look. And I mean, anti-aging has existed for far longer than just recently, even though the industry has become a $21 billion industry. Back in the 1500s, Ponce de Leon was searching for the fountain of youth. What's different now is that we have more modern technology and the ability to defy age with products and procedures.
Yeah. You know what I like about you?
What?
It's the fact that when people come on the show, usually they're like, it's very non-informative. But with your age and the things we talk about, it's very like, yeah, here's what happened. Yeah, people in the 1500s are trying to look young. We've always been trying to look young.
Well, we have. I mean, there was, I think it was one of the Hungarian princesses who was bathing in the blood of virgins in order to help defy the aging process. I mean, people look at it like it's a stigma, but the end of the day is everybody wants to look better. And now being a part of this social media driven world, our face is the forefront of everything we do. It becomes our #1 commodity,
well,
you know?
I always say, I feel on the inside as good as I look on the outside. But it starts from the outside in. I'm the opposite. Most people say it's from the inside out. If I look good, I know I feel good.
Well, it's true. Most people, I mean, there have been studies that show that when people are very, very stressed, that they don't look as good. When you don't sleep enough, you don't look as good. So it does come from the inside. So being happy on the inside will help you look better on the outside. But when you don't look great on the outside, it makes you feel kind of crappy on the inside.
All right, so walk me through it. I'm a 32-year-old man trying to find my next ex-girlfriend. How do I keep myself looking good?
I'm a little concerned about that stuff, but we can get into that on another segment of therapy.
Please.
What's happening right now is men are being fielded with a lot of ageism. I spoke to a few of my colleagues, particularly one of the head, neck, and facial surgeons that I work with, Shawn Solomon. And I asked him, he's 45 years old. I mean, he's married. He has a vital practice. He's very successful. And I said, are you concerned? And he said, you know, up until very recently, I wasn't. He said, but now it's my face that's selling my product.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he has the understanding and understands the safety better behind the treatments, and he's not adverse to trying things. But take another client of mine who I spoke to who's a police officer. And ageism's huge for male police officers because young signifies strength.
Right.
And I spoke to another friend of mine's husband who works in the gaming field. And I mean, he's selling video games and he's in the public eye all the time, and he started coloring his hair. He doesn't feel bad about himself, but he's wondering how is he presenting to the industry, and how relevant is he going to be?
Right.
Men want to be, you know, have as little to do, low maintenance as possible. So something really common that men are doing now that might surprise you is Botox injections.
Okay.
And Botox and Dysport, which are both neuromodulators, and essentially what they're used for is to stop the dynamic movement of our face.
Right.
So what happens is when we frown, sometimes we get those 11s there. It can make us look angry. When we smile, we get crow's feet around our eyes. Jeff, give us a smile. You see those?
See that?
It's starting. We know where you're going to be at 40. We can see it now.
I'm going to be an old man with 11s and crow feet.
Well, hopefully not, because truthfully, we can prevent it. We can prevent it by using Botox, but we can also prevent it by using sun measures, protecting yourself when you go outside, wearing sunscreen, wearing a hat, wearing sunglasses,
going to bed at a
squinting,
decent time.
Going to sleep, eating well.
We have some photos that you brought us.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at some of those photos because it really Okay, so
this gentleman's in his 50s, and when you look at him straight on, you can see under his eyes are a little bit sunken. He's got those telltale little 11s between his brow, lines across his forehead. He's lost volume in his cheeks, and the lines running down from his nose to his mouth seem a little bit more significant. So let's go to the next picture. Now we see he looks more refreshed. Under his eyes looks brighter. The 11s are gone. The lines in his forehead are gone as well. But he doesn't look so different. He looks like he's been on a vacation. And what did he do?
He does look rested.
He does look rested. And now he probably feels a lot better about himself because we've discussed it matters. So what he's had is he's had some Botox done in his forehead, brow, and crow's feet, as well as a little bit of hyaluronic acid filler called Juvederm done in his cheek area and nasolabial folds.
Okay.
It's made a huge difference for him, and it's probably changed the way he sees himself in the business world.
I wonder if he's single or if he's in a relationship.
You know, that I don't know, but I can tell you he's over 50.
I think that sometimes in life, you know, we stay in a relationship for a very long time.
Right.
And then all of a sudden divorce or relationship ends and we're like, oh, time to get beautiful again.
Well, that is one of the largest components that men complain about, or help, not necessarily complain, but make them consider the next factor of anti-aging because they're starting again. They might be remarrying someone who's never been married before and maybe having children at a later age. They don't want to look like their offspring's grandparents.
Right.
So they do become more concerned, as well as women look better now than they've ever looked before in history. So where men used to be able to age gracefully and it looked great, now they are becoming older than their women who are of their same age, which is different than any other time in history, you know?
I get it, girl. I get it. You have some products in front of us here that we're going to talk about as well.
Yes, we do. So just like women, men should be using good skincare products. As we age, our stratum cornea, which is the top layer over our epidermis, thickens and our skin thins out. And this will actually create our collagen and protein to break down, and in turn, we get fine lines and wrinkles and sagging and laxity. So one of the main components I always say, what's good for your wife is good for you, is sunscreen. For most men, this is a hard product to find because they say it stings their eyes, it's greasy, or they don't like the smell.
Just like to complain.
Men are a little bit harder to please than women, there's no question. Women are very consumer friendly.
Yeah.
Finding a sunscreen that you like will be your most cost-effective measure against preventing aging. So for someone who doesn't really want to go into the non-invasive cosmetic industry, this is the greatest advice I can give you.
Okay.
So sunscreen, and there's all different kinds. There's ones that are more matte, there's ones that have more slip for dry skin, there's ones that have a little bit of a tint to them. A broad spectrum sunscreen is your best friend. I always, whenever I come, I bring up retinol. And again, you know, yes, there are differences in what I would prescribe for a man than I would for a woman, but a retinol is generally resurfacing your skin, creating new action, which will create collagen. And as we know, weakened collagen creates fine lines and wrinkles. Strengthened collagen creates plumpness and smoothness to the skin. So using a retinol on a day-to-day basis, even a mild retinol.
What is a retinol? Is it a cream?
Retinol comes from vitamin A. It's a derivative, and they usually are in cream form, and there's all different varieties of them. So we use it as a lotion below our cream. So we would use a retinol, and we would put a moisturizer on top of that. And sometimes you can get a little bit of dryness from it in the short term, but the long-term benefits definitely outweigh the little bits of residue that you have in the short. Okay? Eye cream.
You know what you're gonna, we got 30 seconds here. So here's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
We're gonna send people to your website.
Okay.
And if they want more information on you and any of these free tips, they can go there.
Perfect.
But best thing is to set up an appointment with you and get it taken care of legit.
And not to be uncomfortable about being a man in this aging world. We all feel the same.
You see, you already made me feel better. I feel like I'm 26 all over again.
Well, you look it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay. ThornhillSkinClinics.com for more information. Coming up next, guys, Mandy Boas here performing songs off her brand new album. We'll be right back.